afternoon, Rider fans. I'm Kuchiri, and welcome to the second to last episode of the Hibiki reviews for our Kamen Rider podcast. I'm joined today by the true, real men and non-binaries, Rain, Frezno, and Second. How's everyone
You'll
doing?
never know which one is which.
We're almost free. We're almost free.
The light at the end of the tunnel. The light at the end of the tunnel.
Then also, it's like we go one scale back, and there's a review of our review with a bunch of people that look like us, but with weird, even weirder voices.
And this is never explained in any way. And this is the least of our problems. Oh, God. It's over. It's over. And, of course, befitting the new and improved writing staff, it is a goddamn mess.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, most of it is, yes.
We could talk about episode 45, which I think is probably the last time I experienced joy in this series. But
Wow. Frick Zenki, I guess.
Well, I mean, that whole scene between Zenki and Todoroki in this episode actually felt deserved.
It was a good, I think, as good as Hibiki can get. I think 45 was a good episode. It's not the fact that we sacrificed Zenki to do it, but
I think that was always the plan, though. I mean, everything in this episode was set up from the original 29 episodes, like Zenki's health problems, Todoroki always wanting to rip after killing a monster. I mean, I don't know. I feel like this is the only episode that the writers did not fully touch from the original plans.
I can buy that he would have died in the original plans as well. Maybe we would have got there a slightly different way, but I can buy it.
I think they could have done it sooner in the original. It felt very right at the last second. Hey guys, we forgot about this plot point that we need to resolve before the end of the series. Squeeze it in before we have to get to the final boss.
Well, is there even a final boss?
No.
Final boss in quotation marks. The final boss is the writing team.
It's some dude. It's some dude with a sword. That's the final boss.
Some guy.
Some guy I've never seen before. I never see again because he blows up. Oh, and some monster that Hibiki duly bifurcates, but
It's like some sort of shark centipede millipede thing.
Yeah, it looked cool. It should look cool more than 2 minutes on the screen at the very end.
That's Hibiki for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
It looks cool. Just don't think too much about it.
Yeah, distract. Let it distract you from the rest
Anyway,
of the show.
Zenki's dead, but he got better. But he might not be better.
I love how this episode starts though, because it's just recapping them finding him dead, and then all of a sudden intro music. Do, do, do,
Yes.
Zenki's dead.
Yeah.
And it's like, maybe that's why in more recent serious episodes they tend to skip the intro.
Oh no, Zenki's dead. Alexa, play Despacito.
True.
Comment down below if Alexa actually played that.
It probably will, in which case I am not apologizing because that's funny as hell.
Alexa, play Something's Cooking in the Kitchen by Donna.
So
Speaking of Scottish people we were talking about before the show began. Have you seen
Yes.
that? Good.
Yes, because a certain presence in Scotland at the moment because he hasn't learned his lesson from the last time.
Oh boy.
Speaking of not learning lessons, Curious here.
Yes, but he did not kill the person with fire.
No, but he certainly didn't make himself look good now, did he, by stealing this thing?
Yes, I see you found me on top of these bodies with me holding multiple bloody swords that definitely killed them all. No, it wasn't me.
I'm just holding them for a friend.
Okay, Shaggy.
Zoinks!
Wrong Shaggy.
It's never the wrong Shaggy, and you know it.
I'm talking about the musician Shaggy, but yeah, fair enough.
Oh, it wasn't me. I saw her in the
Yeah, that's the guy.
I put down a note that Akira and Mochi decides that they're going to hang out. Our one true pairing, the last time they get to hang out.
Yes, we ship it. Ship it.
The last time I get to hang out without Asamu being a third wheel.
It's okay. What's the opposite of a beard, where they just have a boy to hide the fact that they're being lesbians?
No,
Um,
Asumi is the beard.
yeah, he's
but, I
the
mean the opposite contrast. You know what I mean?
What the hell are you talking about, dude?
I know what you mean. I don't know if there's. I think it's still called a beard.
All right. A beard is
Unless
a
you can
woman
think of a
that
different
gay people
thing.
have to hide the fact that they're gay
Yeah.
for plausible deniability.
I mean,
What's the opposite of that?
I mean, half of us here are just like straight white dudes that have no idea all the terms.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Whatever it is, Asumu is one of them.
Way to dunk on
Yes.
straight white dudes there, Kuchiri. Of which
Yeah,
you are
no,
one of them.
yeah. It's like you're asking us for something like that's not even.
Why not go the whole hog and just lambast 6'4", 6'5" tall people? Just get everybody under one roof. I know he's 6'6". That's the joke.
I'm seeing a few things on Google. Lipstick, purse.
I've heard.
Ooh,
Yeah, I've
lipstick's a
heard
good one.
lipstick. I heard lipstick.
Purse. Okay.
What they
Also,
associate with.
apparently, beard can be gender neutral and go both ways for this. I don't know.
Well, I mean, there were bearded ladies, so yes.
Yeah, I was about
It's
to
true.
say.
Why did that make me think of Spaceballs?
Oh, I can't wait for. They're apparently making a sequel finally.
The search for more money. Anyway, Zenki's dead, except not.
He did this weird magic thing that Shuki or like was that what her name was?
Yeah, Shuki taught him this forbidden art, which was sealed.
It's like why is this art forbidden? I don't know. You lose your mind? Okay.
That's a pretty good reason to be
We
forbidden.
don't see.
That's a pretty good reason for it to be forbidden. So the good news is you won't die. The bad news is you become a revenant slowly. And your point is?
We don't know that. He could have been okay. He could have beat it. But we'll never know.
I don't think he was going to beat it second.
Nah, he could beat it.
I mean, it could be better. The other plot of this episode is Kirya just being a dick left and right.
He saved someone, though. He's learning in that regard.
But he's still being a dick. Half my notes for like episodes 45, 47 is Kirya stop being a dick. Like, seriously. One of my final notes for 47 before the time skip. Kirya, can you stop being a fucking dick?
Do you have any idea how that knows it down?
He doesn't really learn anything. He gets to win, and even when he wins, he's still a salty little shithead.
He wins and he assaults the person he beat.
Yeah. I don't
Because
really
he
get
didn't really
that
beat
guy.
him.
I just don't get the point of him.
Oh, man.
I think the point of him was to make Asumu look better, which
They did a
sort
good
of
job.
worked. It sort of worked in 48.
Take a guess which character also comes back for Zi-O.
oh god.
Yeah, I kind of figured because he's still an Oni and Nasumi's not. So
Well, and the actor's also pretty close to the series because he becomes he's a secondary writer for
yeah, you said this actor's pretty good actually.
Yeah, no, he's a lot better in Dino. Like he is such a fantastic character in Dino.
So that's down to the writing rather than the actor.
Yeah, maybe because they had a better writer.
Wow, what an amazing concept.
Was it Kobayashi that did Dino?
We would have to
Question
go
mark?
look it up.
Yeah, Kobayashi.
Yeah, Kobayashi was on. No wonder.
Is this some like really good Kamen Rider writer?
No. Time Force.
Oh,
Time
Time
Force.
Ranger. You
Yeah.
went for Time Ranger. Okay.
Also, she did Shikinger Samurai.
That was a she. I apologize. Yeah, Shikanga is so much better than Samurai.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. But that's the writer. So she also did Dino.
Right.
Okay, That's cool. That's really kind of cool. You know what else is cool? This whole climactic last few minutes with Todoroki and Zanki.
So
Yeah.
we find out that Todoroki can stand on his feet again, that Zanki will be able to move on in peace. And so
Yay!
we get this really strong scene. Like, I feel like of all the main writers in this season, the only one that got actual plot development was Todoroki.
Absolutely.
But there's this whole scene in the hospital where he is telling Zanki that he can do it himself. He doesn't need help, you know. And then Zanki goes off to fight a monster, and Todoroki was like, "Damn it! I'm halfway up these stairs. Fuck! Ow! Ow!"
The scream though when Zanki's walking away.
God.
Damn, that's good acting.
No. What got me was when he's in physical training and he falls and Zanki helps him up, and then he calls Hibiki. He's like, he was cold as ice. He's fucking dead.
Well, because
Yes.
they tell him that he's dead, and Todoroki's like, "No, he's not. He's right there."
In fairness, would you believe if someone was dead if you literally saw them, was talking to them?
So, but it's still dramatic, you know.
Oh no, it's handled very well.
Yeah.
This almost makes
He goes through all 5 stages of grief in this episode because he
Todoroki's
starts
a
out.
good boy.
He does. It almost makes up for making him a cripple in the first place. Almost. I'm still not happy about that.
No, he gets better.
He got better, yeah.
I almost forgot to say the actor actually does show up as another Kamen Rider later on in the franchise. He's a
Nice.
wizard. He's actually
Yay.
a rider and wizard.
That's nice.
Hey, look at that. It's that
For him.
It's that riding team again.
It's that running team.
And we will see Todoroki throughout all 4 episodes in the next time we come together. So
Fantastic. Now that
Good.
I'm happy about.
Good.
So they go off. They both fight the monster. They kill the monster, and then Todoroki, even though he hasn't done this in like 30 episodes, as he does his little purifying the earth riff, and Zanki, who didn't quite agree with it originally, decides to join in.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that was cool.
I was
love
actually
the
moved by
motif
this.
of the leaf on the tree, like autumn leaf, and then it falls off as Zanki is gone. That's really
Yeah, you don't see him like fall, die again. He just disappears.
That's
His
cinema right there.
Todoroki's reaction, though. This guy, great actor.
He's gone through it, hasn't he?
I'm not crying, Zanki.
And then Hibiki also feels Zanki going away, and so he has his moment too.
Yeah, he says goodbye to him to the air. He does like a little yo hand thing, yo Zanki.
It's a very serious, solemn moment, followed by the preview for the next episode, which goes da-na-na-na-na-na-na,
Yes!
and you're back. And we're back. And we're back to the goofy.
And we're back in the room.
Yep.
I wish we'd been able to stay in the room a bit longer. Out of the room a bit longer. No, I think that this is actually really well handled. It gives Zanki a very strong send off because it's literally called Zanki's Glorious Death this episode.
Mm-hmm.
By the
It
way,
was indeed glorious.
and it leads to a moment where Todoroki gets to dual wield swords. So 46.
Yeah, that was worth it.
Beautiful.
Just to wish Zanki a happy new year by blowing up a monster. What a badass!
I do also point out that Kiria, this is where they decide to give him his redemption out of nowhere. Like, I write
Redemption.
down, right, literally, this is bullshit. You don't get that instant flip redemption. Anyway.
Can we just talk about how gnarly the death, well, it's not a random civilian of the week because it's one of the 2 bullies.
Mm-hmm.
But how gnarly that death was. Like it just drips flaming mucus onto him and he just goes up like a Roman candle.
VFX, man on fire.
Rough. Yep.
That's that. Kat, if you're listening, that one was for you.
There's that Gimel again.
Yeah, I'm excited for Kat to be back on the podcast here in a month or so.
You're excited for
Yeah.
that. Unfortunately,
I'm
we have
not
to
doing
watch
that because it's too many cooks, but I will watch that one and keep up to date with it. I'm also going to keep up to date with Zets.
No,
Ooh.
Zetsu. The movies in theater, the Gab movie. and people's already been doing some purse cams showing off the Zetsu cameo, and fucking hell, it looks good. It looks
because
really good.
the new writer always debuts in the movie.
Yeah, they try to do that. It's either movie or sometimes they'll drop in the final episode.
It happened with Gav, didn't it? That they put Gav in the movie.
Yeah, Gav was put in the movie. Gav was also they did like a special. So Gav shows up twice, I think, in Gotchard. Frezno, we talked about this, how Build shows up randomly in the last 5 minutes of X-Aid and beats up the riders. And then like they bring that back up in the summer movie.
And beats up the writers?
Riders.
Oh.
Oh, that's like how at the end of Build, Zi-O showed up, yeah?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they like to do this with Kamen Rider.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, because again, 1 week after Gav ends, we're going to have Zetsu.
Woo.
I believe that's the right way to say it from what it sounds like during those purse camp stuff.
Right.
I'm so glad it is Zetsu because it was getting very confused. Like, is it Zetsu, Zetsus,
Yep.
Zets?
Looks so good.
Like I don't want to mispronounce it and be ignorant.
Yeah, no. The thing is, usually a lot of people have arguments over the names of stuff until the show actually airs. Like,
I mean, you couldn't do it with Gav because Gav it can only be pronounced one way. So,
I mean, you have O's, O.
yes.
Then
Kamen Rider
Ooze.
Ooh.
Ooze.
Let's see. Kamen Rider Bildo.
555.
5.
Kamen Rider 4Z.
Close.
And I'm deliberately getting it wrong, but
Kamen Rider W.
I do hear people call it that. I call it that too.
okay, W is fantastic. I'm just thinking that's one good go. Actually, it's pronounced Kamen Rider Jav.
That's pretty good.
So you're wrong.
Hi, I'm Kamen Rider High Bike High.
This is what it said in episode 46 and 47 combined.
I was just going to say that. And now you're hearing me. Fuck. But reluctantly, we have to do our fucking hobby here and actually talk about the episodes.
Well, we get the dual wielding scene, which is great.
We
get a lot of angst about Ibuki's going to die trying to seal the Orochi, which is less than great.
He has to do the sealing ritual because he's the head of the family, but he has to do a drumming, but he's bad at the drumming, so Hibiki's going to train him to do a drumming, but he's still bad at the drumming, and it creates a lot of anxiety. Put a pin in this. I'm going to complain about it later.
Yes.
Oh, what? We couldn't tell that you hated that part.
No. The resolution is we have to build it.
So we get this whole scene where Hibiki talks about Memento Mori, basically. Hibiki also calls Kiryu out on more of his bullshit. Kiryu drops out of school.
Oh, this fucking
and then she rejoins it.
I'm dropping out of school. I'm going to become an Oni. Hey, Hibiki, I dropped out of school. Oh, you shouldn't do that.
What?
Rejoining school.
Why would you do that?
Kiryu, Kyosuke.
Hi, everybody, I'm back. My dad told me to go back to school, so now I have to go back to school.
I never left.
Yeah.
No, there's literally a scene in the Tachibana's shop where Kiryu goes, "I'll be by your side at all times, Hibiki-san." And then like the actor's like, "It was at this moment Hibiki knew he fucked up."
Yeah.
Go back to school. Go back to school, kid.
Yeah, please go back to school.
While this goes on, we haven't talked much about Mochi and her new hobby and how she's getting Asumu and Akira in it.
I can't believe it became plot relevant.
And all of a sudden, her kid comes down with, sick kid plot.
Sick kid plot. Hey. Oh, hey. This all of a sudden. Oh shit. We're 3 episodes from the end. We need to give Asumu some actual fucking character development. Sick kid plot.
Yep.
Sick kid.
Kamen Rider staple. Sick kid plot.
Yeah. So this little girl's got a chronic illness.
Could be worse. When Super Sentai did a 5-episode mini season a few years back, the Strongest Psycho Battle, where they actually brought back their own version of Ria Repulsa, not Bandora, but literally a witch named Rita that works for Satan.
Okay.
So
You
it
have
was
my attention. Please proceed.
No, it was a crossover of like Gokaiger, like Gokai Red, Juo Red, Ninja Steel Red, Ninja.
Ninja.
Aka, yeah. The pink one from the train season, and I can't think. Was it Sasori Orange? Did you watch this second?
No.
Why just the random pink Takoja
No.
Ranger?
No. But the thing is, they were. So what was their version of Repulsa kidnaps every single ranger and puts them into a for fun tournament where it was a mixed up team. So there was like an all blue team. There was the Righteous Justice team with the hardcore, good cops.
This sounds kind of amazing, actually.
Yeah. But while this goes on, there's a whole like side plot where Juo Red is like, "Hey, I know what I'm going to wish for," and it like keeps on cutting to him going to the hospital to visiting a kid, and then at the final episode, it's revealed that the kid died. Like, okay,
wow. There are 5 minutes left in the Tournament of Power. Also, that kid's dead.
Jesus.
Sick kid plot.
Sick kid plot.
Can't go
Unbeatable.
anywhere.
And it's this sick kid that gets them Asumu to stop wanting to be an Oni. What?
No, because he says it himself. There's he wants to help people out, but there's other ways you can help people out other than fight monsters. Which, I mean, I'm glad you came up with that. I don't know if that.
I'm going to go back in time and give that pregnant lady on the bus an illness so that Asumu be like, "Oh, you have an illness? Oh, goodness me!"
Oh, hey, you actually speak up about the shoplifters? Okay. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
I love the fact that we had 47 episodes of development for this.
I mean,
I want to be an Oni. Oh, I'm going to keep up being an Oni. What?
To give them credit, I think the plan was he was never going to try to be an apprentice in the original plan. I think it was going to be revealed as like, oh, hey, we're at the end of episode 48. Why haven't you asked me to be your apprentice? Well, you've been my apprentice this whole time.
Yeah, it could be
That would have been nice. Yeah.
Real apprentice is the first meet along the way.
But then we added fucking Kiria.
Here you're earning everything as usual.
According to the actor behind Hibiki in one of the many Comic Cons he went to, they rewrote the plot of the final episode more than once, and there was a version of the plot where both Asumu and Kiria transformed.
I was going to say this. There were 6 versions of the script.
Oh my
I
god.
believe
And
it.
in all but one of the versions of the script, which is the one they ended up using, Asumu transforms alongside Kiria.
Yeah.
It's
So
been a
something-
long and winding road, but Asumu has finally learned not to stare at a woman's chest at the train crossing.
And
That
then for some
was
reason, having quit being an Oni, and therefore assuring for Kiria he will be Hibiki's apprentice, which he always wanted to be. So the truth of the matter is, right, that when Asumu says I'm taking a break from training, and it's like, well, if you can't decide it, you're not my apprentice. So, by the way, what a dick Hibiki is in this particular episode. But
well, he never wanted Asumu to be his actual Oni apprentice.
true. So Kiria should be acting like this. I did try to Photoshop his head onto it, but it didn't work.
Oh, Rain,
We
you should know that you
we
can do
understand.
as terrible a job as possible, and it wouldn't matter. It would still be good.
Yeah.
I'm not good at Photoshop, but yeah, that should be Kiria. Instead, he attacks Asumu when he's doing his pedal theater practice.
No, I don't want to win by default. I wanted to beat you. I wanted to win, you idiot.
But you won.
I think that's where I put down Kiria. Can you stop being a fucking dick?
And you were right to do that, because what the hell is this?
No, because this is consistent with Kiria being a little shit. He can't just win. He has to win, you know? He had to defeat Asumu instead of Asumu being like, yeah, I'm out.
Oh, there's also a bit in 46 when they rushed to the end of their meal.
And
Asumu and Kiria.
That's Kiri's entire thing. He's ridiculously fucking competitive over the smallest, dumbest.
But Asami isn't, so he shouldn't be doing it.
No, I agree, but this is the kind of shithead he is.
Oh, God.
So while this goes on, we find out that the Earth must be purified.
Yes, just randomly there.
The Earth must
Whoa,
be
let's hit
purified.
Albuquerque.
As Kyosuke gets Thanos dusted, the Earth is now purified. That's a little mean, I know. It's also true.
I do
don't
like
mind.
in 46, Ibuki and Hibiki does trade weapons for their fight. That's kind of cool. Because they hinted at that before. That they all know how to use each other's weapons.
Well, they said that Hibiki knew how to use each of the weapons. Ibuki, not so much, and that's kind of the problem here.
There was an episode where they all used the drums against the Kappas.
That's true. That's true.
I think they all know how to
How
use
come he's good at that, but terrible at this?
Plot.
Plot. Thank you.
Plot, yeah, I guess.
Plot.
Or as we will say in the Doctor Who reviews, I'll explain later.
Kamen writers got to eat.
Then
Oh,
we get this. We get this weird scene with Ibuki and Kasumi.
I don't want to die. Let me hug you. I just want to feel human connection.
I kind of think this kind of worked, but also it needed to be done better.
No. This could have worked if the resolution to the purifying ritual or whatever the fuck was done better. You know, Ibuki is the head of the only family, whatever the fuck, and he has to do the ritual, but he doesn't want to do the ritual because he's afraid he's going to die, and because he's not good at drums, I guess. And so Hibiki takes matters into his own hands.
We do see him see this little scene between
Now they're clearly building to something here, and we'll talk about what they build, and I'm going to yell about it, but please commit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to think if there's anything else in 46 that we've missed.
The Super Doji and Hime must protect the Oni, which will go nowhere.
The whole point. Okay, let's summarize this plot line. The man and the woman are like, "Hey, you guys need to protect the Oni now because we said so." But the Hime and the Doji have gained self-awareness, and they're like, "No," and then they don't do it, and then they get zapped, and then they get Thanos dusted and die.
They actually attack.
That's the whole plot.
They actually attack Todoroki and Ibuki in 46.
Which makes sense because that's what they've been doing the whole show, and suddenly
It does
they're
make
like,
sense.
"Nah,
Despite
stop
them saying
that."
you must protect the Oni now, and they don't do that. Then they have well, it's not really a fight in 47 with the man and the woman. They just sort of do matching moon blasts, and it's a stalemate.
You know, they shoot it. The blast gets reflected. Kamen Rider, mirror alert. Kamen Rider, mirror
Don't you dare.
Okay. Again, I know I wouldn't say I'm saving my ire for the finale, but if you wanted to have something actually happen, keep these fuckers alive for 10 more minutes and have them try to fuck up the ritual.
Exactly.
This is rocket science.
So these guys were introduced for the final form arc. What all have they done in 20 episodes?
Dick all.
Nothing.
They gained sentience.
Wait. Fuck up
There was a
Todoroki?
scene. There was a scene with the Super Hime was like, what, why am I?
Didn't they fuck up Todoroki and put him in the hospital?
No, he got stomped on by a massive
He got
Makamo.
stopped. Okay, fine.
Because we're in the middle of the first half of Heisei, we must spam a million monsters during the finale.
And they really do.
No, so we talked about Dino. So in Dino, there's different imagines. They're based off of creatures and stuff. For the entire final arc, the main imagine is the Mole imagine, which is a bunch of they look like little steampunk worker guys. They all wear coats with a number corresponding with which one they are. And it gets to the point where you're mean Mole imagine 5001, Mole imagine 6000.
Oh my
I'm
god.
the third strongest mole imagine in this entire series.
Yeah.
It immediately blows up.
One of the plots of the final episode is God has just gave up on the world, and so now he's summoning a bunch of monsters to kill everyone in the world.
Great.
So
Understandable.
yeah,
Understandable.
it happens. It's how early Heisei, and so we get the big climax of Hibiki tricks the others to go off, so he can do the drums himself. And,
Okay, I have a problem with this. It's fine. I get Hibiki's the main character and Ibuki is not. I get that Ibuki trying to give himself some character development. Right? No, you don't do that. But this is bad. This is bad. Oh, look over there! I'll just take these drumsticks.
We're going into it now. We're going into it now. Okay,
I'm ready to go into it. You guys ready to go?
Go for it.
Do we want to talk about the on transform fight Hibiki does first?
Oh yeah. He
I forgot about that. What was the point of that?
The scene where he raw dogs a bunch of furries. Okay.
He wanted to show Asumu and Kirya what it means to fight, and it's like, no. The suit does not make you an Oni. You are the Oni.
So watch carefully, my apprentices. The lesson is, I'm gonna get my ass kicked.
The suit doesn't make you an Oni. What matters is make you Oni. Unless you're a Kira, in which case you can get fucked.
He does bring back the fire saber technique. We haven't seen that in a while.
Anyway, he goes raw against a bunch of furries. That's what happens.
Hinaka, there's like a girls' night with all the love interests, and Hinaka is like, oh my goodness, like I just want him to pay attention to me. Girl, the world is ending. Let him fight Orochi.
He does promise to take it to that hot spring, so I assume that happened in the time gap.
Probably.
I assume there's still an item in the time gap.
There's also like 4 or 5 other Onis. Why aren't they there helping?
I was gonna say
They got busy.
the big plan is okay. So one of us is going to purify the earth. Well, it's okay because two more guys are going to protect him. You have about 5 or 6 more Kamen Riders.
It just wasn't a good premise, I think.
My worries.
Sabaki, Aiki, Denki.
He went out and he wrote all the names. All of a sudden, Shuki shows up again. Hey, I did the thing.
We literally show in the intro for the final third of the series like 10 Kamen Riders on a beach.
Right.
It's never in the show.
False advertising.
Rain, I have the answer for you, and here is why. Here's why.
Yes.
But like 5 of those.
Yeah. Okay. So all those Kamen Riders were union reps, and they just fired them. Got it.
Oh yeah, and I was so mad that I forgot. But for one last time, let's talk about Hibiki and why this ending sucks fucking ass.
Yeah, I wish.
What the hell are you gonna do for the other 2 spin-offs that aren't called Hibiki?
I don't fucking know.
Well, I mean, we're still going to be talking about Hibiki.
Not Biki.
That's true. Not Biki.
Do I get to go off on one here? Because
oh, please.
Go for it.
Okay, so we've made a big hullabaloo at the fact that we fired the first writing team and brought on the second, more competent writing team who made the show more like the Kamen Rider we know and love. And here we are at the climax, and they completely fuck it. This is a complete fucking anticlimactic bungle of ridiculous proportion. I'm being a little hyperbolic, but I'm aghast at the fact that you could get it so fundamentally wrong and have such a wet fart of a climax. So we've been building up to this whole thing. Hibiki has to do the drums. Hibiki doesn't want to do the drums, but he's head only of the family, so he has to. Hibiki's been training with Hibiki to do the drums, but he's not that great at it. Hibiki is hugging Kazumi. He's like, I don't want to die. Please, just let me hold you one last time. This is really risky, and I'm going to be under attack by so many Onis, and I could fucking die. And Hibiki sees this. And then as they're going to the ritual, he distracts them, and he steals the fucking drumstick. Now, if you're writing this, if you're sitting here writing, there are avenues you could take to raise the tension and build the stakes. I can think of two off the top of my head. Option one, this is an incredibly risky procedure, and whoever does the thing will be in mortal peril and could die, and thus Hibiki is risking his life, and he could even get hurt or be killed in the climax if you want to go that route. But you can get him out of it if you want. But he is bravely sacrificing himself to save Ibuki because of all that memento mori shit. Option number two, he's going against the will of the organization, the fact that you're the head, you must do this, and he could get blacklisted from Takeshi. He's risking his career to save this person. Either way, something is at risk to do this reckless thing. Something is at stake. And then we get to the thing, and nothing fucking happens. He just does it. He does it effortlessly and flawlessly. There are no lasting consequences. Nobody is hurt. Nobody is exiled. Nothing happens. It just goes perfectly. What kind of a drama is that?
And it fades out before we see the conclusion of it.
And that too. That too. And,
Well,
and
they cliffhanger us. They cliffhanger us. There's a moment where there's like 100 monsters on the screen, and everyone's fighting monsters. Hibiki's trying to do the drums with one hand now. He's sending out arm saber blasts, and then, final episode.
And we'll just say it. The final episode then cuts to a time skip where the first things out of their mouth are, boy, that Orochi thing sure went perfectly, huh? I mean, everything worked out for the best.
Yeah.
I'm so glad Hibiki was okay and not harmed at all.
I do like the narration of the woodcutter story as Hibiki is fighting.
That's cute.
That's kind of cool.
It's funny is that I was sitting there and I'm like, oh, so that's where Link to the Past got this.
Yeah, there's definitely a Western version of this woodcutter story. I can remember it vaguely.
Kuchiri as a randomizer player, I'm sure you appreciate that reference.
Yeah. No, it's just I think the whole thing's a traditional Japanese thing too, because you see that in Silent Hill. Silent Hill has did you drop the skull pipe or the silver pipe?
Yeah. I like an honest person. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
I dropped a gold pipe. You greedy bastard, die now.
But anyway, this whole thing is just, you could have written in, stakes and given us tension. And I mean, there are a myriad of ways you could have written out of the tension. You didn't have to kill Hibiki to make us believe, oh my God, Hibiki might die in the end. Oh, he did a thing, or somebody did a thing to pull it through. There are so many ways you could have done it. Instead, they were just like, he does the thing and it works.
Imagine if they're like, hey, screw the rules, and they each take a drumstick, and while they're fighting, they're each drumming and beat.
Yes.
Ooh, that would have been cool.
That's it.
Okay. This is like and I'm sorry to use the go-to space example. This is like in Star Wars, the end of Star Wars, going to the Death Star.
Mm-hmm.
If Luke Skywalker just makes the shot first try.
Yeah.
Yay, he did it. Everybody can go home now.
Oh my god, we're gonna do it. Beep, 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 boom. Oh, I did it. There we go. That was easy. No fucking. Oh my god, it's too small to shoot. No Darth Vader on your ass about to kill you and everyone else dead. Just, I'm gonna shoot the shot. Bing, boop. Oh, I win. That's the level of anticlimax we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
If this wasn't the last episode, I want this fucking writing team fired. What the fuck?
See, Kuchiri's idea that all three of them drum at the same time, and to hell with the tradition, this is the best way to do it, would be great. The problem with that is that it would require the writers to actually acknowledge that Ibuki and Todoroki had characters.
Todoroki had character. Ibuki had no character. I'm sorry.
I don't know what they were trying to do with Ibuki. Frez, now that you said that, it made me think it would have been cool to see a Hibiki-Ibuki fight where because the whole reason that everybody likes primary-secondary fights is because it's the clash of their ideals and what it means to be a writer. And having Hibiki be you don't have to do this. And Ibuki's yeah, I do. I have to die for my organization. That would have been a cool ideological clash.
Yeah, there you go.
Or nah, just look over there, Ibuki. Aha, I got you.
Gotcha. Don't worry.
Made you look, so I'm going to sacrifice myself now.
And it's
yeah.
With how effortless it was Ibuki even in any real danger?
Nope.
Why'd he cry so much? He wasn't even in any danger.
Was Hibiki in any real danger?
Well, he took some hits, but he bounced back from the hits.
Like this
So,
is
well-
worse. This is worse than anything the first writing staff did. I don't care that the pace of the show was like a glacier melting. This is worse.
Well, that's the
Also,
thing- that's the
second
thing-
is right that Todoroki does get character development. What I meant is that the writers don't care about his character development when Zanki's not involved in it.
Yeah, no,
Ooh, that's
true.
also true.
Zanki or
That's
Hinaka.
the
When
whole
they're
arc.
not on the screen or they're not part of the plot, he's just there.
If this season came out during the seasons we are on now, they could have given Ibuki an armed saber form.
They
For
so
this.
could have done.
They could have done like anything, literally
Yeah.
anything.
Something to justify him being the head of the family.
There's like
You-
nothing here.
You're the head of the
No, no.
family. You should get the equipment. That's how it works.
You want to know who else got nothing to do? The Super Doji and Hime.
Yeah. Well, again,
Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
dead now.
Yeah, they're
Like-
dead. They don't get killed by the riders. They've been a thorn every now and then. They've had their own mini arc that went nowhere, but because they are not fed, just to set up a line in the final episode that's mentioned by the real man and woman. Oh, don't worry, they haven't been fed. They're going to die soon, and so they die.
Yeah.
We already knew that they needed to be fed or else they'd die. So what like again,
So why did they
Literally-
betray him? Exactly.
literally have them in the finale potentially fucking things up, adding some stakes.
Haha, we betrayed you now. Oh, well, that was a terrible idea. Blah.
So 1 year later,
Everything's
Yeah.
fine.
Episode
by the way-
48 is a year after the Orochi sealing ritual. Everything went absolutely fine.
they don't show how it ended. It's just we the last we see of the ritual, there's 100 monsters against 3 riders while Hibiki is just drumming with one arm. And it just cuts. Yeah, no. Here's a solid 3-minute exposition about what happened in the last year. We
Yeah, they
did
just
it.
tell you.
Oh, great. Telling, not showing, my favorite.
Oh yeah.
I immediately thought of. Yeah, go ahead.
He's a doctor and in training now.
And Ibuki's now
Sure, right?
working at the cafe. What?
Well, why not?
And Todoroki, and then they crash into each other, and the old man gets angry at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's normal.
He didn't
Nothing
get
has
angry at
changed,
Kiria
basically.
for sneaking into the base and passing out. He didn't get angry at Asumi for not turning up that one time. But these two kids crashing into each other and spilling some porcelain, breaking some porcelain is when he draws the line. God damn it!
He was breaking in, but they draw the line at broken porcelain. There's not even really that much that happens in this episode, is there?
No, it's an epilogue. We find out that Kiria is actually training underneath Hibiki, and he can transform into Kamen Rider.
Kamen
Kyoku.
Rider Killer
Yeah.
Kamen Rider,
he has
Kamen
the
Rider
purple
Dickweed.
and white. He has the color
Yeah.
scheme of Killer Queen.
No, it's a cool outfit. I like the outfit. I just hate the
Yeah,
character.
it's a cool outfit. He does not deserve it.
It's just
I
not fucking
forgot-
Kiria.
I forgot to
Yeah.
mention it's also said that Hibiki never had a master. He just became an Oni on his own.
Yeah, he taught himself.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, no. I'm glad we finally got some insight into the background of Hibiki. Chuck's notes. 47 episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Baxter, well, okay. So the main plot of this episode is randomly the man and the woman kidnap Mochi, and they put her in a tank, and they want to infect her with like parasites.
They're making it
reasons.
into a new Hime, but it doesnn't happen.
Yeah.
No. I think, again, it seems like there must be consequences for this. Oh, are they going to get there in time? And nothing really happens. Asumu and Kiria safe. But then, speaking of anticlimactic bullshit, Kuchiri, you can talk about this one.
Well, I want to save my rant for a bit. But
Okay. You say
I do want to talk about the awkward reunion between Asumu and Hibiki.
I love it.
That
let's go
is
for
awkward
noodles.
as fuck.
Let's go out for ramen. I'm working right now.
Can we also point out that a year has passed, and yet for some reason the 3 kids are still in school, but Asumi's now also trained to be a doctor, and what?
He's like a junior doctor or some shit. I don't know.
The super junior doctor. He's like an intern.
Super high
Unpaid
school level junior
volunteer.
doctor.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I appreciate that reference.
Punishment time. I do like this the scene where the kid slides down the hill and Asmu saves him.
Well,
That's
if he pulled it off, maybe, yeah. But then Kiria has the battle's ass.
They do a couple of neat throwbacks to the first couple of episodes with the hill thing, but also with the heartfelt conversation at the end, which I like. But we'll get to that at the end of it all.
well, I like how Asmu finally does something other than build a doghouse. I mean,
Yes, true.
Hey, look at that! And all he needed was to be motivated by one sick child.
And
And
all you have to do
one
is quit his
guy,
part-time job. There's a lesson for you there, children. Never try.
so
that did feel like the takeaway from this show, but go ahead.
no, go for it. No,
I'm just gonna say I don't know what I was supposed to like. If you're a kid watching this, what lesson do you take away from it? Like, just don't do that thing. That thing
Buy
that
more
like the whole
toys
show
from
is
Bon
If you quit your part-time job and break up all contact with your hero, you'll get 100% on a math test.
Buy
Yeah,
more toys
what?
from the Bandai company. That's the
Just
lesson.
don't do that thing.
And then he
Do some other
high-fives
thing.
people because he got 100% on a math test. What?
Oh my gosh.
he got 100% of the math test with an average score of the class at like a 58. Like, yeah, I'm
like-
smarter than all of you.
And they're all
Yeah, so it
celebrating
should
with
be a
him,
doctor.
not you asshole. We're going to show you the
Sorry,
locker now.
What were you saying, second?
Sorry.
Oh, so we should be a doctor. No, that's all good. I was just gonna say that's why I assume they're showing us that he did well on the math test to like support him becoming a doctor, as opposed to the beginning of the show where he wanted to like join the band and he wasn't sure what he wanted to do.
Oh my
But
god!
now they're like, if you're good at math, be a doctor. Don't be a Kamen Rider.
Oh my god! The fact that this was a
Okay.
music show and the band
Yeah.
thing never went, and I just realized that the band thing never went anywhere. They kick him out and it never comes out again. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Go blow your whistle elsewhere.
I'm dying. I'm actually dying. What the fuck is this writing team?
So Kiria and Asuma go save Mochi. This is where it's revealed that he's now Kyoki.
Hate that guy.
He gets injured. Also, apparently, the real man gets injured, and Hibiki shows up to save the day. Somehow, Kiria kept his clothes after transforming.
Yeah. What the hell's with that?
I don't know.
He's different.
We've done
He's
the
better.
whole, clothes get destroyed after transformation. Also, I'm sorry, I got a rant here. So, Kiria gets his own form as a Kamen Rider. He's not even a Kamen Rider yet. He's still an apprentice. He's still not a fully fledged owner yet. They said that in the dialogue. He gets his own form. Akira, who had been an apprentice much longer than him, got to be a mini Ibuki for about 2 seconds.
Ah,
Yep, sounds about right.
I should point
And then-
out that
yeah.
we're going to see Akira again in the Decade specials.
Good. I hope it's
Well,
for a
that's good.
reason,
She'll
and
continue to
not
do
for a
nothing.
deeply misogynistic reason.
She'll continue to do absolutely nothing because she's given up being a Kamen Rider.
pre-
Therefore, she's not important.
Pre-Yaiba female riders, am I right?
Gosh.
Everyone needs. I'm just going to bring them to a paper bag now.
So we get the big reveal, the big plot twist. There's another layer to the man and woman.
Why is there though?
Why did they do it in the last episode?
I don't know.
Did they just
So-
want to dress the guy
Yeah.
with a top hat and a cane?
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Writing better shit.
According to the wiki, this is the real man and woman.
Who the fuck knows at this
Does
point?
I was
the
gonna
wiki
say-
have a site, or did they just like make that up?
I have.
Trust
I mean, it's
me.
wiki, so yes.
So
Yes.
they're called the Western style man and woman, the more well-dressed man and woman, and the mysterious man and woman. Not much known, the real man and woman, other than they created the man and woman to create the Makumo, Doji and Hime for them. The reason they did this is currently unknown.
And never will be known ever
That will
because
never be done again.
the writers didn't know themselves.
They are unseen for most of the series except for the final episode where they give the man an armor orb to keep him alive. Afterward, they tell the man and woman that they have work to do and that they are never seen again after this. I just read you the entire wiki on these two.
Yes, you did. You did.
Oh my god.
So, is this like a Turtles all the way down situation where they're not actually the true man and woman? They're also clones of the next man and woman who clones of the next man and woman. Oh god, I come across that.
I feel like we need to post it.
Yeah. Fitting. Fitting.
So this is probably why the actor who plays the Doji was like, I wanted to do his story.
Yeah.
It's probably like
if I were given this shit, I'd rather do the first Running Game story too. What the fuck?
He's reading it like, what?
What do you mean? I can only put on a top hat and a cane for like 2 minutes in the last episode.
Oh my god. Do you have any more on this nonsense, Kuchiri? Or
no, it sucks. It's
final scene. The final scene.
Okay, fucking Hibiki cuts a centipede in half. Asumu gets knocked out. He wakes up on the beach, and he and Hibiki have a heart-to-heart. And Hibiki's proud of him. The fucking end.
I'm going to be controversial here. I like the talk with Asumu at the end.
Okay, this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine.
I think the speech is okay. Yeah.
The speech is fine. The fact that we actually came full circle, there was actually a point to all this. Okay, great.
You've always been my apprentice. You're just now a Dr. Oni,
But he's not an Oni. He's just a doctor.
He will never be an Oni. He says that in the thing.
I did make a note, but I feel like this ending was describing the credit scenes for the first 29 episodes where Asumu was just following Hibiki blindly.
Yes. That's the whole point of this.
He's a doctor. Now, if you become a gamer, then you can fight evil.
You have to be both.
The gamer or a little shit. Wait, no, sorry.
I want to point out this was a full circle moment because whenever I invited Second, their two options that they gave us was either X8 or Hibiki.
Oh my
god.
Think about it. Hibiki is actually an X8 prequel.
And Second is regretting their choice ever since.
Okay, which Doctor Gamer can we say Asumu is secretly from X8? I don't know. I don't know X8 that much. I watched the Pac-Man movie like a million years ago.
He really doesn't fit any of them.
And that Kamen Rider Heisei.
Yeah.
Cluster fuck crossover.
I also think it's a shame that this is the last time we'll see Hidaka in Kamen Rider.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because of what happened to her actress.
Yeah.
And we don't really get a closure.
We can agree that she and Todoroki lived happily ever after.
I hope. Yeah, I hope they pay tribute to him in the decade. Two-parter.
And Akira and Mochi lived happily ever after as a couple. The end.
I hope they pay tribute to that in the two-parter as well.
Well, we finished the main show. We finished. This is 48 episodes of this.
So, thoughts on the whole series? Second, you want to go first?
No. I was really pushing for this series because I was like, it's interesting, it'll be controversial, a lot of weird stuff going on. I really enjoyed the first 29 episodes. The next 10 episodes after that were it's all right. I really liked the arc that they were able to resolve with Todoroki and Zanki. I don't know where they got that because that was a different writing team, a secret third writing team that was actually competent.
Yes.
And then the last 3 were the most difficult time I've had watching a Kamen Rider show ever. It made me want to stop watching Kamen Rider.
Wow.
It was just so baffling to me that I couldn't understand what the message was supposed to be. Don't become a Kamen Rider. Become a doctor. You can still help people, except for this guy who's an asshole who can be a Kamen Rider because he really wanted to. That was my takeaway from Hibiki, which I did not understand.
Yeah.
Frezno Second has found their flux.
Oh
my god. I understood that reference. I hate that I understood it, but I understood that reference.
To explain that reference to you, Second, would take several minutes of screaming, yelling, crying, and head and hands. Please just
there was a 6-episode season that they cobbled together because they had to.
Yeah.
And
Post-COVID, by the way. Very
Post-COVID, yeah. They were working to COVID restrictions.
and there was some choice words
Yeah.
said by everyone.
To paraphrase our good friend Beep Salt, crying and yelling and shitting and farting.
Yes.
Head in hands.
And no, Flux was not bad. Started out great though.
For about
just
half
like
of it. First. We'll give it the first half. Even maybe like the fourth one. But
The fourth one's the best part of it.
And then 5 and 6.
Oh God!
Pain. Anyway,
groaning.
talking about any more about Hibiki? 7?
That's all I have to say.
Okay, who's next?
Well, you're talking now. Go for it.
You're talking. Go ahead.
Oh, fuck it. Okay, so I wanted to do this because the situation sounded not too dissimilar to Twin Peaks, where they had a great show, and then the network fucked with it and basically said, "Hey, you need to solve the mystery." And Lynch and Frost were like, "I don't want to solve the mystery." And they're like, "No, do it." And so they solved the mystery, and David Lynch fucked off, and then the show went off a fucking cliff. It had a better finale than Hibiki, I will say, in comparison to this thing. But mid-season 2 Twin Peaks is like train wreck. What the fuck are they doing? And so it was kind of comparable to this, the first 29 were interesting. It had a very slow pace. We kept saying it felt like Kamen Rider that wasn't quite Kamen Rider. It felt like a different show that had Kamen Rider slapped onto it, and that was interesting. It had this slower pace. It had less dynamic. And quicker fights, but weird CGI. But it was interesting, and this Asamu stuff might have been building something. And then we get to the other writing team, and these incompetent fuckers. They take it and they make it not only homogenous to other Kamen Rider, but then they apparently just don't even know basic writing because they shit out a wet fart of an anticlimax. It just makes me go, what was even the point of this? Oh, God.
I will say, as someone who's seen probably the most Heisei out of us four, it wasn't even comparable to the other writers that was going on around the time.
Yeah,
they changed the writing team too. Make it more like Ryder, but they didn't even make it more like Ryder.
Okay, so they fucked that up too.
Brilliant.
But you can see where I get that they're, changing the intro from ba 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 to hey, look, it's a Kamen Rider intro, But I digress. This was kind of a train wreck. I had some entertaining times with it, but holy shit, I'm kind of glad to see the back of it. All right, why don't you go?
Yeah, screw it. I volunteer as tribute. So I will briefly touch on 45 to 48 as a batch. I enjoyed 45, 46, 47. So 48 had its moments. I did say briefly. I stuck to that task. I love the fact that we actually brought back the good theme or the better theme for the talk at the end. Hit the beat, keep your beat. That they brought that back.
Yeah.
And that was a good choice. Why they could have just kept that for the whole run when you literally had that in your back pocket, God knows. As for Kamen Rider Hibiki, yeah, I think that the first 29 episodes were superior to the last, I can't math, 19?
Something like that.
Yeah. I can't math, but I think that's right. And yeah, they were slow paced at times, and they didn't make much sense at times, and the CGI was a bit weird, and the fact that we had a Dojo Hime every other week that was different was a bit weird. But weird doesn't necessarily mean bad. And this is the thing that I think the executives failed to learn. They're like, oh my god, it's too different. Fire this team and bring in this team instead. And it's just it's a bit of a mess. The Zenki Todoroki plot line, great. Actually, probably the strongest that the show got. Todoroki, really strong character. Again, main character should have been Akira.
Agreed.
That would have fixed a lot.
Or at least do something with her. What was the point of her quitting to become an ordinary person again? It's never brought up again. She's just at school now and hangs out with Asamu and and Mochi.
I think she gets one line in the final 4 episodes.
She's now doing the panel theatre with Mochi and Asamu. What?
Lovely.
The panel
So,
theater
yeah.
that they make fun of. Like,
That they make
that
fun of by
Kiria comes
having-
in and actively makes fun of.
Yeah, how Kiria wreck it. You gave up being a superhero for this? Yes, he did, because he's not an asshole like you. Well, he was an asshole, but he got better.
Getting better, yeah.
I enjoyed watching it because I enjoyed talking about it with you guys, and thank you for inviting me. Seriously, I'm just glad that after next time I can just have a break from multiple podcasts in a week.
Yeah, watch something good. Everybody, go watch some good media to.
I can
clean your
sleep.
mind.
I can
Sleep.
sleep.
Yeah.
Next time on Quantum Leap Reviews, The Boogeyman featuring
Oh
Radiant.
God!
Right. I'm telling you, I cannot stop Mike from.
I know. I've agreed to do it. I've agreed to do it because I don't have much of a choice.
I was not a fan of Hibiki.
That's
Fair.
okay. It is
What a shock.
totally fair to not like a thing.
The character's a bit of a Gary Stew, in fairness. Now I think about it.
So I think in my personal ranking, I am putting Hibiki in my bottom 5.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I love hearing about people's bottom 5s. I think it's fascinating.
Well, my bottom 3 that's still locked in stone is Ryuki, Wizard, and Ghost.
Of course. Wait, Ryuki's in your bottom 3.
Bottom
I wonder
3?
what one
That's
we're
why I
doing
like
next.
hearing about it. That's just, I think it's cool how everybody has such different ratings of the series.
But that's the thing. I know Ryuki is like a fan favorite series, but Ryuki almost made me quit watching Kamen Rider, and it was my first Kamen Rider that I watched all the way through.
That would be unfortunate. I'm glad you didn't stop watching Kamen Rider after.
Oh yeah,
I think it does
took-
have some weird stuff that goes on, but this isn't the Ryuki podcast. Sorry.
I know, no. I took. So I was in college, and I finally decided to watch Forze when it premiered, like whenever the translators translated it. Loved Forze.
Okay. Yeah, I see what happened.
Yeah. And then I was like, you know what? What else does this TV Nihon group translate? Well, they didn't have Kuga or Agito, but they did have Ryuki. Okay. Jumped into Ryuki. I binge watched it. I am forever salty about the ending of Ryuki. The multiple endings of Ryuki. Let me add that extra bit. And then I took like a 3-month break. I was still watching Forze, and then I was like, all right, what else does this TV Neon have? Oh, they're redoing 5, so let's just go ahead and skip to Blade. And then Blade was Blade until like Build was my favorite season. Like, and then I was just hooked. And I skipped Hibiki because I heard about the writer issues. But yeah, no. Hibiki, I wasn't a fan of the pacing of it. I think one of the reasons why Hibiki isn't in my bottom 3 is because I did end up caring for the characters, because we see Asumu's mom a couple times during the final episodes. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna miss her. I actually liked her as a character. I actually the whole scene between Zenki and Todoroki actually hit me. It was a good scene. So I guess because it was slower paced, you got to learn more about the characters and cared about them more. I just wasn't having fun watching because of how slow paced it was. And then don't get me started on all the changes during the second half and Kiria and the true real man and woman and
well, yeah. But it's done now.
If they had made it more like Rider, but like done a good job about it, I feel like you would have liked it more. Because you could tell they were trying to make it more like traditional, like the early Heisei Rider, but like they didn't have enough to work with, so they were just like, what do we do?
If the original 29 episodes was a bit more faster paced and wasn't too reliant on CGI, I think I might have been more into it.
I would love to know what the original plan was for the last 19 episodes for the original writing team.
I mean, I may have reached out to a certain actor and probably won't ever hear from him, but
you take your shot, though. You take that shot.
True. Miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Well, speaking of potential changes to the story, let me throw out a pitch to you. What if instead of multiple riders, there was only 3, and they were all leaders of their own fighting dojos? They still play music and stuff. They each have their own secret arts, but they're all against each other.
Okay.
Until a certain magenta Kamen Rider shows up and a thief who's cyan.
What?
I would watch that. I would watch 2 episodes of that.
2 whole episodes. The first and the last one, presumably.
I don't know what we're talking about, but okay.
So next time we're going to be getting together to watch the anniversary specials from Decade and Zi-O.
Yeah.
All right, kids.
We're not quite free yet.
Yeah.
Only one more. We can make it.
So I just kind of gave you the plot of the Decade specials.
Right.
I love how, for instance, we can make it like it's that scene where Barbara Streisand plunges off the edge of the pier in a car and the end of What's So Dark. I don't think we can make it.
So as I mentioned before, Decade does like a quantum leap kind of sliders kind of thing, where his specials are he gets transported to an alternate reality of that rider world, and not everything's the same. So
Okay. Well, that is more slider style than quantum leap style. Quantum leap doesn't really deal with alternate reality.
he also plays a role in that world.
Oh, okay. So
he needs to figure out who he is in response to that world. So for example,
okay, that's very quantum leap.
So
and maybe he should be transported to a universe where Kira doesn't completely suck.
Yeah. So in Shikinger, Rain, you remember the Kuroki, the little helpers that set up the flags and helps them transform?
Yes.
He's a Kuroki in the Kamen Rider Decade Shikinger crossover.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have my attention.
Yeah. Basically, he's going to get a role in this episode. This is also the final special before they go to the crazy second half of Decade and the rest of the plot. So I will give you guys a Google Doc of what the characters were kind of up to, because there's not really any major things that advances the plot until this episode.
A Google Docky, huh?
Yeah, so we go from episode 1 that sets up what Decade's about, and then no actual plot happens again until this episode. So I have to
Wonderful!
Yes, I have to kind of explain to you. Decade only has 31 episodes, by the way.
Okay. So we're just watching the 2 that are linked to Hibiki.
And they are literally like the last 2 episodes before the final 10-episode arc.
Right, and then we're doing the 2 episodes of Zi-O that linked to Hibiki.
So the Zi-O specials, Frezno has dealt with Zi-O a couple times now. Second, how much Zi-O have you seen?
I've seen like the first 3 episodes, so I understand the premise of Zi-O, but you're welcome to explain it for the audience if you would like.
Yeah,
and me.
So Zi-O, he's a time traveling. His whole thing is he's trying to prevent himself from being the evil overlord that destroys the world. So
interesting premise.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. In the future, he becomes Oma Zi-O, that they basically destroys the world. In order to become Oma Zi-O, he needs to collect the powers of the previous 19 riders. So usually it's time travel. Usually he will go to the year that the Kamen Rider was active and has to deal with something there. Usually it's a evil version of that rider called Another Rider. I'll do a Google Doc as well, but basically there's a bunch of bad guys trying to change history by turning people into their versions of the king, which are Another Riders. More monstrous, so like I showed you another 01 in the last podcast.
It has wings.
Has wings. So we're going to meet another Hibiki, which is more demonic.
I can visualize it in my mind. I'm sure it's gonna look fucking metal and shit.
That sounds cool, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we are going to find out what's going on in the Hibiki world 14 years after episode 48.
Oh my god.
I mean, second, you can't spell the word demonic without Oni.
It's true.
Yeah.
True. Demoni.
So, this isn't that type of show, but pretend I said the equivalent of Kuchiri working fine, lovely. people.
Yeah.
Again, I have to ask you what you're doing on Mondays.
I know. Well, I've started Field of Mystery again. I want to woo Juniper.
Number one Juniper simp.
I don't know about number one, but a Juniper aficionado. For
I
sure.
love how you didn't refute number one, but you didn't refute the simp.
I did review. I said aficionado, not simp.
Speaking of Quan Leap and being an aficionado, what's going on with Quan Leap?
Oh, guys. Well, we're going to put out the Hell World podcast of that tomorrow. I have to edit that fucker not of the show.
Yeah.
Where Sean and Mike made a devil's bargain where if we did a certain audio on Doctor Who reviews, they'd talk about a certain Alan Moore comic book. And they did. And it's a pretty bad comic book. So that's going to be up. And then Doctor Who reviews recently last weekend did that nameless horrible audio. Oh, it was bad.
I'm right here.
Yeah,
I'm right here.
We should talk. We should let them talk about what horrible audio that I decided to quit halfway through and dropped out.
You had the right idea. I wish I could have quit halfway through, but I couldn't.
I wish someone warned me.
I mean, didn't somebody post a trigger warning? But you were the one who did.
No, I was the one who had to post a trigger warning.
Well,
I put several content warnings up in the actual episode, but you're right.
I didn't know going in what it did. So
we had Mike and Sean that could have warned, but I know Mike and Sean doesn't know my past, so
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Big hugs to you. Hey, second, are you gonna plug yourself or somebody?
Well, we were trying to let Rain talk about what's going on in.
We were, yeah, but
We'll
Yeah,
get
tell
back
us
to
about
you.
the audio, the Doctor Who audio.
okay. So last time out, Kat's best friend Chris got to pick, and because it got mentioned by Sean and Mike when they came back on the show, she picked necromancy. I think it would be a cool story about necromancy. It was about necromancy. It wasn't a cool story. This is the worst Doctor Who story we've ever experienced. It is just the worst. It's got adult content that doesn't need to be in it.
Let me tie it to Hibiki. It got a Ryan guy fired.
Yeah, the writer was requested to never work with this particular Doctor ever again, and has never worked with Big Finish ever again as of today, because of this. They actually had to implement some rules about what writers could not do because this was so bad. Yeah, I know. It's wild, isn't it? And I've made a decision that I will never talk about necromancy again as of the end of this sentence. But next time it's much better than that because Foul Player's got to pick, and Foul Player has absolutely no experience whatsoever of Doctor Who. He picked the Fires of Pompeii because he liked the sound of an episode about Pompeii.
Fun fact: I've never done a podcast with that fella.
Yet. But he will not be appearing on the actual podcast.
Oh, we should try again to appear.
Yeah.
Then we've got Sean's pick after that, and Sean has picked it for about 6 months in advance. And then we've got second would like a pick. And I will arrange that after this. So sometime after this.
So speaking of picks and stuff, what's going on with you, second?
You know what I'm gonna say? Not
Taking
much.
a bet. Taking a bet.
I did say yes to a bunch of different projects by accident, so hopefully more things will happen soon. I don't know, like you get to talking with your friends and something starts out as like a bit and then it starts getting progressively more serious. So I had someone reach out and offer to help with lyrics for the Pat Ranger Lupin Ranger versus Pat Ranger opening, and it's like, yeah, we could all work on it as a project together. So we're working on that slowly but surely.
Yeah.
I have an X-Aid project like in the pipeline much further down the road, so I have to watch X-Aid before I do that. And I'm working on covering one of the insert songs from Kaiketsu Zubat.
Wait, Lupin Ranger, the episode that said trans rights.
Yeah.
One of the many.
that very Lupin Ranger.
That was a good episode.
One of the best episodes of the show. Yeah.
I love the intro to Lupin Ranger versus Power Ranger because you could literally separate the two singers and they each have their own song
We have
separately.
the 2 songs, which is why I've never wanted to work on it. But someone was like, "I'll help write lyrics." I was like, "I will let you do that."
And a Faustian bargain was promptly made.
Yes, correct. So that's how you accidentally rope
No,
yourself
it's-
into things like that.
It's great. Yeah, I did an Assassin's Creed thing. I
Woo.
beat another Assassin's Creed game. I just need to do the lyrics for it, but I hurt myself a few weeks ago, and I haven't just had the energy to do it. Yeah. Don't know what else to say. Anyway, so join us next time while we deal with 2 anniversary specials, which one of them I think the 4 of us will enjoy, and the other one is going to feature mainly Kyria.
Oh, great.
It's fine. I will enjoy the ones that we all enjoy together. I will enjoy them to the fullest, so I can brace myself.
Okay, so arrange someone to call me for 2 weeks on Saturday, so I can't be in that podcast. Got it.
Calling out sick in advance.
Can never escape Hibiki.
Dead forever.
Dead forever.
Wrong show.
No, Hibiki's dead forever. We're like, there's no more Hibiki after next week or next podcast. Anyway,
2 weeks from now. Yeah, 2 weeks from now.
see you guys next time.
Bye.
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 Bye.